Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Jean if you haven't been here before, and today I'm finally filming the missing footage of that makeup look that you guys have been dying to see. It is this warm smoky eye, so easy. You guys know this is like my go-to kind of look. It's just using a new palette that I haven't showed on my channel before. It's one of my favorites recently. Was a look that I filmed when I first initially bought this palette and was just testing it out, and I actually lost all the footage to that. This is the photo that I posted saying the video would be up, and then it never was because I lost all the footage. So this is a recreation of that look, super easy. And yeah, so if you guys want to know how to get this look, then just keep watching. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna start with our eyes. I haven't done a voiceover in a long time, so bear with me. I always start by clipping my hair back out of my face. I cannot work with hair all in my face. And this is the star of the show. This is the palette I bought to originally film the first impressions. That footage went missing, so here we are again using it. It has been my go-to palette recently. So let's zoom in. We're gonna start with our eyes. First, if you guys watch my channel often, you know I always prime my eyes with concealer. I like something full coverage to really, keep our lids looking clean and clear and a nice palette to work off of. So I just use the Tarte Shape Tape, but you can totally use whatever you have at home. Blending that out with my favorite beauty sponge, and then I'm taking my Coty Airspun powder, any setting powder will work, and setting down that concealer. If you're going to use any type of eye primer, I always like to set it with some type of powder, even if it's like a neutral nude eyeshadow, just because we're going to be going in with so many shades, blending them out and smoking them out. We don't want them to be sticking to whatever primer we laid down. Now I am actually applying one of my favorites, or my all-time favorite, lip plumping gloss. This is from Nubian. They're an indie brand, and they have sent me some of these glosses over the past couple months, and I use them like crazy. It is my favorite lip plumping gloss. So I like to put that on while I do my eyes, so by the time we get to our lips, they're nice and ready for whatever we do later. So I'm starting off with the most neutral, easy, mid-tone brown in the palette. I'm taking a regular fluffy brush, and you guys, this look is so easy. I'm literally just throwing this color, blending and smoking it out from my crease, inner to outer corner, all the way up to my brow bone, just going for it. There's a lot of dance breaks in this video because I haven't filmed a voiceover in a while. Therefore, I'm listening to music instead of talking while filming. So I was enjoying myself. But yeah, like I said, you're literally just going to keep applying color, adding it, and smoking it out. So now I'm going in with the orange shade. This is just to warm it up, obviously. Pretty much doing the same thing that we did with the brown, just less of the color and a little bit more focused in the crease. Here we had a little FaceTime break with my boyfriend. And now we are going in with this peachy shade, same thing that we did with the orange, just kind of adding more warmth and more depth. Because these are all pretty matte shades, it's easy to just kind of keep adding them. Here I took actually a flatter fluffy brush and took the dark rich brown, and I started packing this on the eyelid. This is really the only color you're going to be packing with, so I start from the outer corner and really just pack and intensify that. You could totally take this all the way to the inner corner, but I actually left probably the first third of my eye blank because we're going to kind of brighten that up later. But if you want it to be deeper and darker, you could take this color all the way in. So we're really just, packing that deep shade on there. Now I'm going in with a little bit of a tinier fluffy brush and that dark red shade. This is one of my favorite colors in the palette, and I'm really just intensifying this eye look on that outer corner and the crease. And then I also use this to kind of blend out the edges between where we laid the dark brown and then the inner portion of our eye that is left blank. Also, keep in mind, if you guys like other shades more, this is a look you can really mix around the shades. If you want to do more of the red on the eyelid, instead of that dark brown, you could do the red. You could really mix it around here. Here I'm taking actually the white shade in the palette, which I love. There's a white creamy shade in the palette, and just kind of brightening up the first half of our eye, or first third, and then up on our brow bone. Just super easy, just kind of brightening up and making the inner part of our eye brighter. Now I'm taking a makeup wipe, cleaning up underneath my eyes before we move on to the face. This is definitely one of those looks I recommend doing your eyes first, just because there's so much blending and adding color and blending and adding color. For a primer, we're going to use the Flesh primer. This is a great hydrating dewy primer. I love applying this. It just feels so nice, smells really good. I also love this on no makeup days as well. Next, I'm like trying to think, do I want to use this Fenty? Yes, we are going to use the Fenty foundation. I haven't used this foundation in a long time. This used to be my all-time favorite, and I actually mentioned on my Instagram story after I wore this whole makeup look for 12 hours and the foundation was looking flawless at the end of it, so I now remember why this was one of my favorite foundations. So if you guys need a full coverage longwear foundation, I highly recommend the Fenty Pro Filter. Just blended that out all over my face using my beauty sponge. Now going in with Tarte Shape Tape again and concealing. You guys have seen this hundreds and hundreds of times. Just doing under my eye, Cupid's bow, chin, covering a blemish, and my forehead. So just kind of highlighting my face, singing again, dancing again, and blending out. Also, this is my favorite beauty sponge of all time. I don't like any other ones. It's from Real Techniques. I've probably bought hundreds of them at this point. Now I'm going in with my Coty Airspun again to set my face. Again, one of my favorite methods of setting my face is using the same exact damp sponge we've been using throughout this whole look to really set and press in that powder. I like pressing it around my smile lines, on my forehead. There we go. I'm going back in with some brushes, just kind of blending and fixing my eyes. I kind of do this throughout the entire look. Obviously, this video is cut down to 12 minutes long, but just know that this blending does take some time and patience, but not a lot of effort. Going back, just kind of blending out edges, using clean brushes, using old brushes, back and forth. Now we're going in with this Morphe Single Bronzer and taking this Real Techniques brush and just contouring our face. In this video, I was pretty pale compared to what I normally have a lot of fake tan on. It was kind of fading at this point, so this bronzer was a tiny bit too dark for me and I went a little heavy on it. You can see how deep it is, so I really had to kind of blend that out. I also added a little bit on my nose and under my lip just for adding some additional color to the face. I believe I added this under my jawline. This is the best under the jaw, and then also contouring my forehead and temple, so blending this up into the hairline and adding more on the outer corners of our forehead. Now I'm going in with this Milani Baked Bronzer. This is a little bit of luminous in it, or luminosity in it, and it's also a little bit more warm. I felt like I needed to kind of blend out that bronzer or that contour shade because it was a little bit harsh on my skin this day. So I just took a fluffy Morphe brush and kind of added that in there. Now taking a Milani Baked Blush. I really like the tone of this. It's kind of like a deep berry shade, and adding that to the apples of my cheeks and a little bit on my nose. Now taking this Wet n Wild highlighter. This is a secret find. Great loose highlighter, a little bit scary to work with. That's why I like taking it off the cap, as you can see I'm doing here. And I am highlighting my cheeks. I love this highlighter for this look because the whole look is pretty much, well, it is completely matte. So adding something a little bit more intense for a highlight, I think is really, I just think it's beautiful. So I've been obsessed with this highlight. And it's inexpensive from the drugstore, so you guys should check it out. Now I'm going to spray my face using this Morphe setting spray. I do quite a bit of this, again, because this look is so extremely matte. So you really want all these powders to set in and look beautiful. Boom, our brows are done. Little dance break. By the way, all these products will specifically be linked down below with shade names and everything like that if you want to know more details, since I know I'm kind of speeding through this. So now I'm taking a flat definer and taking that dark brown shade that we packed on the lids underneath our lash line, kind of pressing this into our lash line, keeping it pretty precise from inner corner to outer corner. And then I end up going in with a fluffy pencil brush from Morphe and mixing kind of all the warm shades. I think I mixed like the orangey and the red color and just kind of smoked out that deeper liner that we just applied. Now curling my lashes. You guys know the drill. This one's from the Sephora collection. I really like this eyelash curler. Now I'm taking this mascara from the Lip Bar. Shout out to a Detroit local beauty brand. This mascara is actually part of a bigger like fast face kit they just launched, so I don't believe you can buy this on its own, but it is a really great mascara. It does not smudge at all and is really locked in all day. Then I'm going to take my MAC Giga Black Lash for my lower lashes. You can't even see this, but I always use that on my lower lashes. And fixing a little dot with a Q-tip. You guys probably know that trick. So here I'm actually taking a makeup wipe and removing some of the excess lip gloss that we had on earlier because it is a pretty thick, sticky gloss. Kind of patted out the edges, and then I'm going in with this MAC lip liner in Stripedown and lining and really shaping up my lips. So this is just gonna give us shape, give us color. I actually didn't end up putting any other lip color on, and this completed the look. Alright guys, this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's not identical to the look in that photo that I originally filmed because that was a first impression since such a long time ago, but it was the same concept of just a crazy warm smoky eye, all matte, using that one palette. It's amazing. You really can't go wrong with the colors mixing around. And I hope you guys enjoyed the voiceover. Let me know if you guys like that woven into my makeup tutorials. They're definitely a lot easier for me to film. And I think it helps give you guys a little bit more detail in a quicker amount of time without me like rambling on too much. But yeah, this is the completed look. All I used on my lips was that MAC lip liner, but you could totally add a gloss on top, which I probably will like throughout the day just to kind of gloss it up. But I usually start with the lip liner on its own to have just like a nice matte shade on my lips. And I'm really happy with how this turned out. By the way, my camera kind of blows colors out, so this is definitely like a lot more rich in color in person, with a lot more like the highlight, everything is just a lot more rich in color, but this is what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified every time I upload. You guys can also follow me on Instagram at EmilyJeanBeauty. I also have a whole merch website that you guys can shop some merch pieces on. I will have that all linked down below for you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!